First off, I must say this. I love the Judge Dredd franchise. It's just an awesome series of comic books, and also, the movie was pretty good, okay? Okay, granted, most people will say that the movie sucks ass, but in my opinion, it's so bad, it's funny, and that's just fine by me. However, the Game Boy game based on the movie is unforgivably bad, so all I can say is this.
Throw down your weapons and prepare to be judged!
Let's start with the most obvious thing. These graphics are fucking pitiful. I know that the Game Boy wasn't a graphical juggernaut, but this is just sad. And Dredd just looks like a blob of black pixels. But then again, so do a whole lot of his enemies, and his pickups, and everything else too, so I guess that's kind of forgivable, but still, God, is that ever ugly. And speaking of ugly, even these levels look just... oh. I mean, just fucking look at this. Is this actually supposed to be Mega City 1? If it is, this sure is an underpopulated and uglier than usual part of Mega City 1. And every level looks like this. It's the same bland, ugly, pseudo-fucking sci-fi looking areas, and the controls are just as ugly as the graphics. However, these controls, they just aren't ugly to use. They're also extremely sticky. And let me tell you what you have to use here. You have a button that shoots, you have a button that jumps, and you can swap out your various ammo with the select button. Pretty simple, if only these buttons were a little bit more responsive. There actually were times where I actually had to mash down on the buttons to actually make Dredd do anything. And God help you if you actually have to climb fucking ladders. Yeah, climbing ladders in this game is a complete bitch to accomplish. You have to be standing over or under the ladder you want to climb just right. Otherwise, the only thing you'll do is you'll either crouch or you'll look up. And this kind of picky fucking precision is just too damned annoying. And sadly, avoiding this issue only comes with being wise enough not to play this shit in the first place. Oh, God, I really do wish that I was a fucking wiser person sometimes. But, I guess it's just a little bit too late for that, huh? Now, besides the atrocious graphics and sticky, unresponsive controls, this game also has really annoying enemies. Just watch this clip and just see how easily Dredd is able to take out a whole shitload of enemies. Now, why the hell couldn't it be that easy in this fucking game? Instead, bullets do next to nothing to these 2D goons. Let's just say that you're standing out on the street, and you shot somebody from 15 feet away, and they didn't drop until you packed a clip of bullets into them. And that's just how this game is set up. And you can't just shoot them from point, blank range. As soon as you get a couple of feet from them, you then stop shooting and you start punching. And this is fine if you're aiming for more criminal arrests than you are kills, but who in the fuck wants that? And it's not like the bonus points from fucking actually going and arresting as opposed to killing is going to do anything for you. And before I continue, I want you guys just to give this music a little listen. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Thank God that you can turn the volume down if you're foolish enough to actually play this thing. Now, with the shitty graphics and the terrible controls, the annoying enemies, and the absolutely horrendous music, what do you actually do in this game? You guys are probably asking me this. Well, I'm really glad that you asked, because I'm more than happy to fill you in. You walk around shooting anything that moves, as well as a lot of things that don't move, such as crates. And that's it. You only have a few objectives, and they always equate to the following. Destroy everything that is not part of the scenery. And once you are the only thing left on the level, you are then allowed to walk to the exit. And then you get to repeat this exact same process with a slightly different background and platform setup. And sure, yeah, in later levels you get to play with moving platforms, but with this game's awkward jumping, this is going to probably be a nightmare for you. And if you think all this suffering is actually worth it to actually play this game, let me just show you guys the fucking ending. Alright, you have to kill Judge Rico. And this fight really isn't too hard. In fact, the only thing that'll really kill you is the annoying moving platform at the start of the level. Believe me, getting on it and actually being able to land on it is just going to be a total bitch. So anyway, you go and you hand fucking Rico his ass, and then you head for the exit. I don't know why they just couldn't just let you end it right there. No, you have to go to the exit. And then you get your score tallied, as if that actually fucking means anything. And then you get this awesome text screen ending. And while this thing doesn't have any spelling errors or anything else that's normally worth mentioning, it just seems a little bit cheap. You just spent all of this time playing this horrible game, and this is what you get. And also the shit that Dredd is saying here at the end, it just seems too cheesy, and it seems way too out of character for him. I mean, it's just sad. Let me just finish things off here. Not only has this game furthered the belief that games based on movies will always suck monkey ass, but it also has solidified the fact that games based on movies, based on comic books, are complete and utter shit. There's just no getting around that. And the money-grubbing douchebags over at fucking Acclaim should just be ashamed of themselves for polluting the video game market with this horrible fucking thing. And as many of you know, when I find a game that is this god-awful, there's only one thing left for me to say. Muttley, let's hear the verdict.